Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host, Dano, and today we're talking about demons. Let's get this show started. What is up, Brandon Rich? How you doing, muchacho?
Oh, so good. So good. How about you?
Splendiferous, my man. Feeling so good. Woo!
Nice hair, I think is what you're wearing there.
I think it's pretty good. No big deal.
I think it's
Woo!
I think even your wig is balding, so
Okay, come on. You're supposed to. What is up, man? Everyone, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. Today we're going to be talking about our favorite demonic movies, including things from the underworld, all-out evil, some of our favorite things to match off, get us going. We're almost at the end of our favorite month for Whiskey Cinema, which is our Halloween month. But, man, Brandon, what's new, man? How's your week been? I know you've been all over the place, flying, sponsorships. What's new?
Yeah, absolutely. I flew all over the country. I ended up in Utah.
All over?
Just settle down and just visit family, just see those people who miss me the most.
You owe money to.
That's right. I did what I could. They're not getting paid.
Oh.
But yeah, it was a good week. Good week.
Well, man, I want to tell you I'm excited for this one. We also had a friend of ours, a writer, Josh, friend and fan of the show, who wrote an awesome article which we shared on Whiskey Cinema about all the Saw movies, and he ranked them in order. And I'm thinking for the last episode of Whiskey Cinema with our Halloween episodes, I think we should do one all about Saw.
Yeah, I love Saw, and I'm sure my wife will love to binge watch them this week with me.
All right. Well, then I got to watch Spiral. I haven't seen it. I heard it wasn't great, so
It's going to be on. Obviously, it's going to be on my list, but spoiler alert: it ain't going to be that high on my list.
Well, when we're talking about some demonic movies, I've definitely got some that might upset some people, ruffle some feathers. But without any further ado, let's get into some of our underrated and overrated demonic movies.
All right, I will start. I got a lot of slashes on these categories. Let's start with overrated. Let's go overrated.
Dude, let's go.
Hereditary.
Ooh, harsh.
But how so? How's that harsh? Fuck that movie.
Why? Tell me.
Cause it sucked. It's a boring. You'll see. There's a trend with my overrated and worsts.
Ooh.
Boring movies. This is so in that category. Got hyped. They're saying, "Oh, one of the best horror movies in years." It's just as influential as The Exorcist. Go fuck yourself. The movie was a gigantic letdown because I fell into the hype. I boarded that hype train.
Yeah.
I threw myself off halfway through.
Oh no. I thought that movie was about hereditary baldness, and it terrified me, so I just stayed away from all the theaters.
It would have been better if it was about baldness. Yeah. It's just critics, man. They like that artsy shit, I guess, and I don't like it. It's a slow burn for seeing some ass cheeks. That was my payoff. So that was cool.
Sounds super worth. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Oh, they weren't nice butts. As a butt man, I was disappointed.
Well, I'm surprised The Witch. You have The Witch as a slash? I know you hate The Witch. People love it.
I said I have slashes.
Okay. All right. I was just curious.
I guess we'll just say it now. This Witch is another slash of mine.
All right. I didn't know. I did not know.
Boring. I'll give this one a pass for Anna Taylor-Joy because she is murdering the game right now. She just had One Night in Soho or One Last Night in Soho. I can't remember the exact title of it.
Well, there's a couple of them.
This week.
Neon Demon's another one. I mean, there's a There's a bunch of those kinds of movies that are neon demon. But yeah, One Night in Soho looks like a trippy kind of body swapping deal.
With my guy who directed Baby Driver, so I'm a
Edgar Wright, awesome,
love him. But The Witch sucks. The Witch is awful. The Witch could have been a worse for me. I felt like I was putting too much there, so I was like, I'll pump it into my overrated.
Well, you're not gonna like my other goat movie then if you didn't like that one. So this is I'm just gonna let me cross it out because I don't want Black Phillip to feel bad. He only had 2 roles he got to do.
It's sad when the goat's the best part.
He was so good.
It's the only part I remember of that movie other than falling asleep continuously.
The Witch.
I kept waking myself up and I'm like, why'd you wake up? You're just gonna fall back asleep. And I did. So yeah, I got Hereditary and The Witch as my overrateds.
Well, my overrated, I started off slow. I went through the ones because you're the horror expert. I'm not. I was like, man, I don't want to be too harsh on this. Let me find movies that I actively am mad at. And I realized they all had one thing in common. All the ones I don't like. They're sequels. Every movie after Paranormal Activity, didn't really need to see. The Saws, they continuously didn't get good. There was a couple good ones later.
The Saws a week early.
Blair Witch, I mean, they're all the same idea. What a neat idea that they should have stopped at immediately.
Sorry. I'm sorry. We just got a comment asking if you were Cruella, and I love it because you can't see your hair that much, and it's perfect.
Dude, you know what? I'm not even mad at that comment. That movie was awesome. I wish I had the style,
I wish I had thought of that. Fucking, he deserves that article to be talking about now.
Not a boy. Oh yeah, that's Josh. That's Josh. The guy that wrote our Saw article that we might talk about next week. We'll have to check it out.
But we definitely will.
I think so. I think it's a good idea.
I like that. Don't hate on Saw. I won't hate on Saw next week.
Yeah, for me though, it's all sequels, man. Like some of these have good ideas, and then after a while, you're just like, you know what? The only one that's really kind of stood up and hasn't become terrible is all the Conjurings. All the Conjurings
we'll talk about those.
Are still watchable.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of kryptonites my theory, but most sequels, in general, let alone horror movies, are bad.
Yeah,
that's not.
No, there's sequels out there that are good, but most of the time, I ain't gonna bank on it being great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that. I mean, I like that you mentioned Saw, even though it's not a demon movie or anything near that.
No, I was just going through horror movies, and I was just like, which ones do I only enjoy the first time? And
horror movie sequels are notorious for being dog shit.
Dude, Nightmare on Elm Street, what a crazy movie. They made 11 of them.
Any slasher movie, there's way more than you can count on one hand.
That's
you
right.
need your feet to count all those.
Way more than you can count on your hands with knives attached to the fingers.
That's right.
Well, let's get to some of our underrated, man, because it's funny. I had more underrated than I thought I'd have for this category.
Yeah, because it's not hard. I decided just to stick with 2.
Okay.
My first one is M. Night Shyamalan's Devil.
Oh, really?
It's a movie about 4 people in an elevator.
Yep.
One of them is the devil.
Mm-hmm.
It's good shit. It's intense. It's what Hereditary wants to be. It's not quick scariness all the time. It's intense. It's a edge of the seat type thing.
Yeah.
It gives you some guessing. I figured it out.
It's a thriller whodunit with some supernatural elements to it. I liked it too.
It's scary. So that's one of my underrated. Devil. M. Night Shyamalan, I think, is wildly overrated.
Well, he got killed when he did Avatar: The Last Airbender because that show was beloved, and he threw that thing right in the dumpster fire. He wanted it to. He loved the show. I feel bad. You're making a thing you love.
Yeah, it shows
everybody
he loved
hates
it.
He
How
loved
make
it,
one of the worst movies known to man.
dude.
But
People
I
hate
love
that
this
movie.
show.
I mean, I
And
just
people do
saw
hate it,
Dune.
rightfully so.
I just saw Dune, and Dennis Villeneuve. This is a passion project of his. He's loved this idea. Everyone said this is the story that's unfilmable. It's a good movie. He did a great job, and I can't help but see the parallels of this guy and M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, who tried to hit Avatar, The Last Airbender, make people love him, and it just went the wrong direction.
So you compared Dune to Avatar. Now I'm wondering if you liked it or not.
Different spectrums. Going different spectrums.
Okay.
This guy, one's good. Other
I
guy,
haven't seen Dune yet. I'll try to go see it this week. No, it's on HBO. So
go see it. I heard they filmed it to be seen in IMAX theaters, which I'm mad because they just shut one down here during the pandemic because they couldn't make it. But everyone says they made it to be seen in IMAX. I'm like, fuck, man, I love movies like that. So,
well, to be fair, I think every movie's better in a movie theater.
yeah.
So especially ones like that where they're cinematic masterpieces.
Yeah.
Those
cool.
are definitely better in a theater. I'll try to go see it this week. I'll let you know what I thought of it next week. That and one night in Soho. Boom.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my underrated. I'll let you do one. I'll do one. We'll go first. My underrated that I saw that I had turned up on here. I just typed in demon movies, do some research last week, and one that came up was Fallen. With I'm an old school guy. I like the '90s movies a lot, and Fallen with my boy Denzel. Really fun, different kind of one of the first I'm a cop running into supernatural stuff movies.
Yes.
And I enjoyed it a lot. Time is on my side. Anytime I hear someone saying that, I'm like, are you a fucking demon from the underworld right now? Dude, are you kidding? Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
That's right. I remember that movie a little bit. It was pretty good. For me, it doesn't fall into any category because it was just pretty good.
I put on underrated, just kind of hoping for, I don't even know if it's that underrated, but I want people to see it. If you have the chance, you're like, this kind of looks oldish. Give it a shot. I'm telling you, you're going to like it.
I mean, your selling point is Denzel. Boom.
Oof.
That's all you need to know.
Evidence D. Enzel.
Oh.
What's another one of your slashes? You got one more? I know you do. I know you got slashes.
Of course I do. Sinister.
Yeah. Ooh, wait. Is Sinister with the Bagul?
No.
Tell me the plot of Sinister.
With Ethan Hawke. I don't know. I don't think he's the Bagul. Ethan Hawke moves the typical storyline. A writer moves into a new house.
Shouldn't do it.
Exactly.
That's
he
bad.
Found old tapes, like the film strip tapes.
Yeah, that's the Bagul.
Okay, I couldn't remember. But yeah, he watches these tapes throughout the movie, and a sinister character keeps popping up in these movies of families getting murdered.
Yep.
Very good movie. I showed it to my wife early in our dating stage. She hated me afterwards because it scared the Jesus out of her. So,
well, just scare some more into her, you know?
That is right. Well, she gets scared easy, man. She gets scared easy.
Well, that's perfect for horror movies.
Right?
I don't get scared easy. So that's probably why I don't care for horror movies as much.
I don't get scared easy, and I still love them.
Dude, Sinister with the Bagul, and I remember it because Vincent D'Onofrio, otherwise known to everyone here as the Kingpin on Daredevil, plays like the school professor that goes, oh, what you have here is a Bagul. It's a demon that feeds on for children. If you see him in writing or any kind of media, he comes alive, and he turns your kids against you. And the guy's like, what? But I remember thinking, this is great. Ethan Hawke, by the way, has another kind of evil movie called Black Phone coming out. Yep. Talking about Sinister, the trailer looks really good.
Yeah. If it's as good as Sinister, I'll be happy.
Fuck yeah.
They made a second one too. Speaking of sequels, this one's not bad. It's not as good. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still a decent sequel. And then Universal did a haunted house with it. They did a Blumhouse.
Oh, nice.
House, a bunch of Blumhouse movies. This is one of them. It was pretty dope.
Yeah.
So Sinister and Devil are my two. That's all I got for underrated.
All right.
Because I put all my slashes into worst and overrated.
That's super. That's what I need. That's what I need. My other underrated is one that's on HBO Max, and it's a little bit of a stretch. I mean, our audience might be more into it than some, but there's an animated DC movie called Constantine and the City of Demons. And I'm telling you right now, if they started putting out movies like this all the time, the race between Marvel and DC wouldn't be that close. This is an R-rated animated feature involving superheroes. There's sex, there's decapitations, there's devils and demons being like funny and then also brutal.
So there's sex and decapitations, like same scene, or
well, I'll tell you this much. One guy says, "Hey, how about a little head?" And you don't know which way it's going.
man, you know what? We got to end the podcast. I got to watch this movie now. Where's the remote?
He elbows the other demon. Huh? He's like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Where's the remote and the dragons?
But I know a lot of people that are like, a cartoon. When am I a child? I wouldn't let children watch this. This is an R-rated, and it is for a reason.
It's for adults.
Movie. Yeah.
I didn't like the Keanu Reeves movie.
You didn't like it?
It was all right. To be honest, it was going to slip in on my overrated.
Yeah.
I decided not to. I had hopes for this because I do like Constantine. So I've seen this on HBO, and I'm like, it's still got the taste in my mouth from the movie with Keanu. Because I watched it a bunch trying to watch it throughout the years. I'm like, I know I'm going to like this movie eventually.
Well, if it makes you feel better, they have one called Justice League Dark. That's an animated one on HBO and all that stuff. And it was so popular, they're making it into a live-action movie now. So, I mean,
well,
you succeed upwards, it matters.
DC and their live-action movies, they need to calm down. Just take some time to build some shit. Jesus Christ.
What do you mean? Are you not happy they're coming out with Flash 5 before they come out with Flash 1?
They're over. Well, look at where Marvel's at right now. We need to do what they're doing now.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it took them 20 years to get there. All right, 10, 15.
No, you're right.
Exactly
well, what they do is, how about this is an easy idea for storytelling. Introduce all the characters before they meet each other in one group. That seems tough and hard to understand.
Stop making 18-hour movies just so you can introduce 60 characters. I'm talking to you, Zack Snyder. And your overrated fucking movie.
Whoa,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
What a great movie that was. How dare you?
So long. Was it 4.5 hours?
It was long as shit.
So there's long movies out there.
Yeah.
That's tough to do. If you do a long movie, you got to make that movie great.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings, great.
Well, I'll tell you this. Dune is 2.5 hours long. It just came out. Jason Momoa said in a recent interview, he said, I wish he'd make a director's cut because I want to see all the stuff that he wanted to do. And he came back and said, this is my director's cut. He said, I could absolutely make one that's 4 hours long, but I don't think it'd be as good a movie. This is all the information I want, and it's in the order I want it to be in. And I was like, there you go, dude. There you go.
Some movies you watch, you can be like, if they cut this out, I would not give a shit. There serves no point to this 10-minute scene. That's the problem with a lot of long movies is they think, oh, this is important. Dog, it ain't. It ain't that important. I don't need to see a 10-minute shower scene. Would I like to see it? Yeah. Show me Robert De Niro showering for 10 minutes, please.
Who are you trying to impress right now? Who you trying to?
I said I would like to see it.
You started this podcast by saying I'm a butt man.
Yeah, I am.
How was that movie? And I'm a butt man. I'm a fan of what happened.
Hereditary did not deliver on that ass.
That's funny.
If you guys seen the ending, you know. If you haven't, don't.
Well, that's right. My favorite movie, Slenderman. Oh, we're not at favorites yet. Actually,
good.
I'll have to wait.
That movie was made by the devil.
I wanted to talk about some fun facts from demon movies. This is one of my favorites. So my favorite thing in movies is when the director goes, I need a realistic shot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lie to the actor about the prop. So that's one of my favorite things ever. Alec Baldwin shouldn't do this.
I was about to say, you were about to bring up Alec Baldwin? He's gonna have some demons now.
Oh my god. No more sleep for you. My
That
favorite.
dude's killed more people than half the rappers rapping today who say they're gangsta.
Catch a murder beef. I want to know the whole story. Did they hand him a real gun and tell him it was a fake gun? Or did a
Sounds
fake
like
gun
it.
shoot and kill somebody?
Because yeah, the report is he got caught yelling at someone, "Why would you hand me a real fucking gun?"
Well,
And that's
dude,
what I'm thinking. Why do they even use real guns on set?
well, plus it's not even for like it's not the person he shot, by the way, was the director and the principal of photography. It wasn't an extra or another actor. Like he was like in an office talking or something, and they handed him a gun. He was surrounded by the biggest named people.
He did an office pop.
Yeah, a freaking office pop? You kidding me right now?
They got him with that prank.
Good one, guys. Good one.
Yeah,
That's
I heard
so
about
funny.
that. I was like, no way that's real. I was probably to just shoot someone.
Just blasting them, dude. Blasting them.
Fuck, man. He should know the best way to get rid of a devil is holy water and salt.
Sorry.
That's right. I watched Supernatural.
God damn it, sir.
So you gotta put salt around all their entries, windows, sills, and doorways.
Mm.
It's gotta be kosher too.
Yep, keep up those
table salt. I think. I don't know if there's.
You got to get rid of the Jewish demons. If it's kosher, it'll work. If not, they're like,
well, I always just found the best way to get rid of a Jew demon is just open my oven.
Oh! And canceled.
My bad.
Don't worry about it. We're not live.
I think the best thing is ain't no one listening.
I like that's your goal. You're like,
Josh. He can fuck himself if I did.
Oh, distract me, by the way, with your rampant anti-Semitism. My favorite thing is when the prop guys don't tell other people what they're doing. So for Exorcism, in the famous scene where she pukes on the guy goes, "Hey, where's it gonna puke on me?" He goes, "It's gonna puke on your stomach. So I want you to like look down real quickly, and it's gonna hit you, and I want you to react because you're gonna be really surprised by it." And he talked to the prop guy. He's like, "How much harder can you make this thing?" And he goes, "I can turn it up all the way. It's like at a third right now." And he goes, Yeah, do that. He's like, No, it's gonna come out like a fire hose. He goes, Yeah, that's what I want. And he goes, Well, I mean, he's like, that's kind of dangerous. He's like, and hit him in the face. And he's just like, No, man, we can't do that. He's like, No. He's like, we'll do it one take. We'll really do it. He goes, Hey, you guys like, all right, I guess I want my job. So the Exorcist prop guy gets the puke cannon, gets ready, and they go, action. And the priest goes, Oh, I can't. And it hits the face. He goes, like he's immediately super angry. And you can see that in the take. And the director goes, and perfect. Moving on. And the guy goes, You piece of shit. You promised me. And he's like, Yeah, whatever. We got more stuff to do. Let's go.
Yeah. Directors are shady, man.
Yeah.
They want their movie to be perfect. They
Absolutely.
don't give a fuck about lives.
Dude, Shining,
Obviously.
Stanley Kubrick, with how much he tortured her.
Dude, see? It worked, though. She looked crazy as shit. I didn't know who was scarier, her.
She was not
Jack Black.
She was not doing well. Oh, Jack Black? Oh, man. Can I sign up for that reboot? I'm down.
Dude, that'd be great. I would.
We're called Day Makes Jack a dull boy. I would watch that. Him climbing the stairs like Kung Fu Panda with the axe. I'm gonna need a minute.
Just imagine his head popping through the door hole.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shut up. That'd be great.
Well, actually, let's take a quick break real quick before we talk about some of our demonic and underworld movies with a break from our sponsor, The Buzz. We appreciate you guys. Check out some of these other shows.
Get the Lambo car, house in the hills with the stars. Told you I'd raise the bar, told you that I'd go far. Baby, it's crystal clear. I'm not a souvenir. I'm not an accessory. I'm a necessity. So come and check me out now. I'm a necessity. So come and check me out now.
Sandworms, right?
Necessity, so come and check me out now.
You hate sandworms? I hate sandworms. Hey, everybody, welcome back to our Demon episode of Whiskey Cinema. We're talking about all things dark and gloomy that go bump in the night. And we're about to get into some of our least favorite and most favorite demon movies, but also not just demons. I mean, I would go anything towards the underworld-ish, but, you know, I want to keep it more possession-y, more gruesome-y, if we can. You good there? You okay?
Those are some nice words.
I didn't mean to interrupt your burp. Sorry
You're
about
very wordsy. Yeah, let's do it. I'm excited for worst. It comes at night. I'm getting straight into worst.
that. Okay, all right. Man, you just want me to agree with you all day. Okay, go ahead.
It comes at night. It's dog shit. That movie, I think both of us were fucking jacked about. Fuck yeah, let's do
Really
it. The
excited.
trailer made it look so goddamn good.
It really did.
Yeah. No, I debated on putting this one as an overrated. I had to debate which one of my overrateds I want to flop up to my worst because I didn't need 60 overrateds. I needed 60 worsts. This one won. This was the winner. This one got the worst slot, tied with
Yeah.
other things. It got 87% on Flickster.
What?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, Hereditary was up there as well.
Well, I
Um,
haven't seen Hereditary, to be fair, but I saw It Comes at Night, and I was mad that I was tricked into watching this movie. The trailer makes it seem so much more awesome, and they have scenes in the trailer that do not happen in the movie.
And those scenes in the trailer were way better than anything in that dog shit movie.
Yeah.
So It Comes at Night, not a good movie at all. Horribly overrated. And just dog shit all around. Just a bad, bad time. If you are looking to want to regret decisions in your life, go watch It Comes at Night. You will regret it.
This movie was so rough. The part that bothers me too is that it got such high ratings because Joel Edgerton is a good actor. I'm a big fan of him. And
I
this
don't know
movie
anymore.
is boring. I'm surprised that this didn't ruin his career. Plus, the Present or The Gift was another movie that was just okay, but everyone said it was fantastic.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. To be fair, in horror movies, this is probably one of my least favorite genres of horror movies.
Yep.
But fuck. Yeah, it is a slow burn, and that payoff, just like Hereditary, there is nothing worth it at all. It's a boring movie from beginning to end. It's about a man in the woods. There you go. That's all it is. He goes out every now and then. Cool shit.
It reminds me of like an episode of Lost where they open up a lot of plot threads and they never explain them. It's just boring.
It's true. That is 1000% accurate.
Accurate. Yeah, that's a great one. I hated that one. That was not interesting to me. That was boring. Go watch Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is the same idea, and then there's furries in it. You'll like it a lot more.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Fucking Sweet Tooths.
So good.
Who's in like a good Sweet Tooth?
I mean, just bad people. I got my one for least favorite demon movies, and this is a slash for me. Ghost Rider 1 and Ghost Rider 2.
Yeah, I debated on putting this one there. I already had 4. I think one of them might go back to my overrated category, but
Oh, man.
yeah, these ones were bad, and I love Ghost Rider.
Dude, it scared me. When I heard that people were like trying to get Nicolas Cage to come back to play the role of Ghost Rider, I was just like, no. No, we're okay. We can get Norman Reedus to do this from The Walking Dead. He wants to do
Anybody
it.
else?
Pee Wee Herman might be not busy. I mean, I'd rather have that movie. There is one awesome scene, though, in that movie, which is the old Ghost Rider with the horse who catches his horse on fire. He turns the Ghost Rider, and they blaze across the desert together. That is a badass scene. That scene gone, that movie is shit.
My favorite is the credits.
Yeah. They took a while to get there for me. This is my only
I was
complaint.
gonna say I don't remember a lot of it because it was just all black to me, due to my eyelids being closed.
Oh,
Yeah, that I debated them putting it there. They're dog shit movies.
yeah.
I mean, hey, they have this one. At least the sequel wasn't worse because you can't get worse than the first one.
I think Idris Elba plays like his French buddy in it too, and I've been an Idris Elba
Right.
fan for a minute, so I was stoked for it. And God, it's just like it seems like if it's not done by Marvel and Disney, then people don't really care how bad it is. They're just like, people are gonna pay to see Ninja Turtles. I don't care how bad it is.
It's true because they all have that name. People are gonna pay to see Power Rangers.
Yeah,
Any DC movie, I'm still gonna go pay to see it. My hopes
yeah.
will never be high because I've seen the other ones.
I'm gonna tell you this much. I don't think I will anymore. I've been burned by the last 3 in a row.
But then
Harley
you
Quinn,
think they also made
Aquaman.
Shazam. They also made
I
Suicide
know.
Squad.
So what's happening? How come like some are good and some are unwatchable? Harley Quinn and Birds of Prey was so bad. Aquaman to me was so boring.
I don't hate Birds of Prey. I didn't have high hopes. It hit my hopes, hit my expectations, which was a decent movie. Decent. Same with Aquaman.
Yeah,
But
those are
the new
both
Suicide
really
Squad
rough.
movie was fucking dope.
I really like the new one.
So
I guess I just have to look at the directors.
They haven't burned you because that was their recent one.
Yeah, that's James Gunn. He's Marvel. I don't count that as
He's Marvel. That's true.
He's Marvel. What, you mean Guardians of the Galaxy 3? Yeah, that was a pretty good movie.
Dude, right?
These are prisoners that'll save the world. I know the story. Just start.
We've seen this. You're oddball prisoners. You ain't gonna pluck any real superhero out. You're gonna get a guy with a mask and a gun.
You even had a weasel that had human-like qualities. I mean, you're not even stretching anymore, James. What are you doing?
Did you see he confirmed that Weasel was still alive?
That's awesome. Yeah, it's
That's
at
like-
the end of the credits. He gets up and
But
runs
like he
off
straight
into
up
the woods.
confirmed it. He's like, he might even be in the next one. I don't know.
I hope so. I love that. It's like he killed 47 children. You're like, Jesus.
He can't swim.
No, he was struggling.
So yeah, Ghost Rider, perfect. I have one that you'll love. You'll 100% agree on, I'm sure.
Ooh.
I'm gonna put this one back into my overrated, but I'm gonna say it now anyway. It Follows.
It Follows as worse. Oh man.
Well, that's what I would rather probably watch It Follows than Hereditary, so I'll switch those ones out. But
You know what? I thought It Follows, which, by the way, the idea of something hunting you forever and walking really slowly is taking over the internet with the snail. So it has to be an okay idea
yeah, it
because
is fine until you find out it's we had sex. Now it's okay. So this thing's just a sexual disease.
right.
Cool. That ruins the entire fucking thing.
That's why you just got to
All it
go
is
off.
AIDS chasing me, and Magic Johnson's doing just fine.
You just got to go off and bite the bullet and get with Bill Cosby, and then it will never get you. You got to keep passing the
True.
buck.
Well, to be fair, he'll be with one woman again. And then you just gotta hope that she does something. I hated the movie. I fucking hated it. And I had high hopes for this goddamn thing.
That's funny.
God, I don't get how you like this movie. I don't. I seriously don't.
I like the idea because it's a different thing. It's just like the snail thing. It's unstoppable. You're like, well, what if I? No, it's coming. What if I do? No, there's nothing you can
I
do.
get it. It's coming.
Ah,
Because it's.
I like that
sexual
idea
movie.
of something. It's just like all your slasher movies where you're like, why can't they kill Jason? Well, you can't. Why? He's just a person. I just relax. You can't. So at least
But
in
I
this
know those
one,
are bad. I enjoy them. If someone says,
Right.
I don't like them, I'm like, yeah, all right. But you're like, yeah, I would prefer this over Mad Max Fury Road.
oh god, another one, another overhyped one. I don't think that's a terrible movie,
No.
by the way, but I think it's like a 50% at best.
That is It Follows. And this movie got rated in the 90s.
Oh, I
And
don't
you're
think
like,
it's that
oh,
high.
I like the idea. Oh, yeah, a lot of movies have great ideas. The Purge, excellent idea. They spent the
That
time in a
is.
fucking house.
I like Purge. I like the Purge.
Just because you have a great idea doesn't mean you execute it good, and they didn't. They did not execute it good. Hey, a demon that slowly follows you the rest of that's creepy shit.
Yeah.
Well, until you fuck someone, and then it follows them. So that's how you get rid of it. And then once they kill them, you just gotta fuck someone else.
Talk about a good reason to stay in great shape. Like you're like, I want to be fuckable anyways, but now my life depends on the sit-ups I must do.
I didn't think anybody in there was great looking.
That's a stupid way to live, man. If that was me, I mean, you can't just Cosby your way to immortality, you know? You got to be a person still.
To be fair, you can't. He tried, and we're still talking about it.
Has anyone ever asked him if he had a reason? Maybe.
He's
Maybe.
like, yeah, it was horny, and I'm Bill Cosby. People don't just
Like-
jump on me.
It's like there was this weird witch demon that would chase me, and if I didn't get these other women all the time, they were going to kill me. It's my only option.
And that's why that movie sucks.
Mm.
Because now you're trying to find Bill Cosby excuses. I hated that movie. I did. I hated it. It's not my worst movie. I will switch. I would rather watch that over Hereditary, if that tells you anything.
I would say Slenderman. Isn't Slenderman like a demon guy or something? I mean, I
Bro,
know you
I
hate
still
that
got
movie.
slashes.
How many?
I have 4 worsts.
Oh my god. Okay. Jesus.
You want to get into the next one?
Sure.
Hellraiser. Fuck that movie too.
Wow. Attacking
Hellraiser-
classics.
Is horrible. First of all, it doesn't even live up. No, not many movies live up, especially when it comes to horror movies. I get that.
Mm.
Even Halloween's and Jason's, Fridays, Nightmare on Elm Street, they don't live up as great.
Yeah.
They're still good.
Stupid.
Hellraiser to me is unwatchable again. I cannot rewatch that movie. I will never rewatch that movie unless I lose a bet. And then I'm offing myself. I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't it was gore porn, what do they call it? Something like that. Before there was gore porn.
Torture porn.
Torture porn. That was like what Eli Roth like was raised on, and he grew up to do Hostel and all those kinds of movies. That's what that is. You want to see someone get their face peeled off? You started with Hellraiser.
Yeah, and then I didn't finish Hellraiser. I
Mhm.
did. I actually did finish Hellraiser. It sucked.
That's funny.
So to me, Hellraiser is one of
Mhm.
the worst movies of all time.
Okay.
Not even just worst horror movie, scary movie, demon movie, whatever.
Mhm.
Just in general, dog shit. One of the worst movies of all time. But Slenderman does beat it. Takes
Yeah.
the worst movie ever. Stupid. I was laughing in the theater at parts that there were parts that their CGI or their makeup crew or whatever it was, they dropped the ball, and it looked straight from Hellraiser. This movie was made in late 2000s, early 2000s,
Yeah.
5 years ago, I think. So late 2000s. Fucking Jesus Christ! They should not have had that movie look so bad. The acting was stupid. Slenderman, the story was dumb. I think it's based on a real thing. I don't know. I don't follow all that real.
It's based off
bullshit.
of a scary story that was written online where you take them to
Yeah.
the Slender Mansion. But it's a weird story.
It's not a weird movie. It's a shitty movie. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I have slammed this movie so much, not only on this podcast, but in my life. In my life in general. If I ever want to insult someone, I say, "You're the Slender Man of humans, you piece of
Whoa.
crap."
Jesus. Take it back. There's somebody's kid.
That's fine. They raised a shitty kid.
Hope they get taken to the Slender Mansion.
I wish I could, so I could kill him for making this movie. God, it's so bad. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Whatever it got percentage-wise on Flickster, and I know it wasn't high, it's still too high.
8%.
Even with single digits. 8?
No, I'm just kidding. I'll look it up.
It
for
might
sure.
be. And it's still too high. I would say it probably got like 20s. That's still too high
Okay.
to me, though.
20s. Okay. 20s isn't too bad. Keep going.
No,
Oh, it is
it's-
8%. I nailed it.
Oh, nice. That's still too high to me.
That's funny.
There's movies out there that got 0%, and I'd rather watch those than this.
Sure. I'd rather watch my parents screaming as they're being butchered.
Oh, I'd rather watch my parents screaming in passionate love.
Oh,
And
and that
watch this.
website is.
I'll text you after.
Okay.
So yeah, those are all my worst. I had quite a few. I know I'm switching to Hereditary, and it follows. So Hereditary is now a worst. It follows. It's still widely overrated.
Sure.
I'm right. You're wrong.
No, it doesn't bother me. You not liking something does not mean that you're wrong. It's okay. There's a lot of movies that are not for me. Rom-coms make billions of dollars every year. I think I've seen like 6 of them, and I had to for this podcast.
That reminds me, I've changed our Saw episode to rom-coms.
Oh God! How
I'm
about
just kidding.
raw-coms? We'll meet in the middle.
Okay.
Let's dig into some of our favorites. Unless you have any more slashes you want to talk about.
Nope, not on that. Not
Okay.
on that.
Let's get into some of our favorites. If you got any honorable mentions, do you have a lot of slashes for your favorites too?
I have 2 to 3.
Okay, I've got 3.
Okay.
As
There is
well.
one I'm surprised you not bring up as your worst or overrated, and that's Lights Out.
Lights Out was okay. I wasn't
I
super
thought you
angry.
hated it.
I
had the same
didn't
with me.
enjoy it, but to me, the bar for good horror is usually around 25%. Most horror to me is retarded. So if
Sure.
it's
My bar's never high either.
if it's okay, I'm like, all right, that's an amazing film. If it's like this is bad, I go, yeah. Babadook for me. I don't know if that's one of your slashes for best. Genuinely liked it. I thought that
That's
was
a
a
good
good movie.
Babadook.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's a good creepy thing. You don't really understand what's going on. Later, I found out it was about depression and having to deal with it. And I go, I kind of wish I didn't know that because it kind of like ruined it a little bit for me, but not bad. Not bad.
I love that you, of all people, not that you're depressed, but that you're. What is it? I can't think of the word
worry.
I'm trying to say, but you hated it because it had actual meaning behind it.
Yeah.
I think that's funny.
Well, I
So-
was more mad. Like I was like, oh, because once you see it, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And you're like, well, it's just not as scary to me anymore. Once I'm like, ooh, what is this creature? It's unknown. Like, well, it represents all this. I'm like, oh, yeah. that
I
makes
think
sense.
I actually liked it more, and I too don't suffer with depression.
Mm.
But I like that idea. I guess I thought that was a super cool idea that they did that. I still enjoy the movie just as much, if not more. So yeah, I thought that was a good way to handle your horror movie. You made it scary, but also you're like, by the way, it's based on real shit,
Yeah.
and you are afraid of real shit.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
why you hate breakup movies and stuff.
you they got depression. You know why? You know why you feel that way? Babadook. Oh, Babadook.
Oh,
Why?
fuck,
God dang
man,
it!
that makes sense.
I wanted to go
Um,
outside today.
Fuck outside. Fuck it. Nothing out there.
Well, let's get into some of our favorites. I wanted to bring up Babadook. I didn't know if that was on one of your slashes.
Nope. Nope, it was not.
We briefly brought up The Shining too, which Shining I really like. I know it's not one of your favorites, but
I
I
didn't
really-
know if it would count. I mean,
well,
it's not
also
one of my
he's
favorites.
like possessed by something. So I was just like, I'm not sure what it is. It seems like
Me either.
the hotel's evil or something, but
I
The
couldn't
Overlook.
remember if he just was a guy that went crazy or if he was possessed. So, but then I was like, I know
Both.
there's demons in there with those goddamn children.
you know,
All
it's
of them.
definitely something because like something evil unlocks the doors for him and lets him out. Like they do a lot of shit to help him. So I'm not sure.
And every director loves this movie. I feel like every movie has like a homage to The Shining.
Dude,
Crazy.
Pixar loves this. All their favorite
Exactly.
little kid movies has like 106, which is the room with the lady in the
Mhm.
bathtub. They do a lot of homages to Shining.
They
for
do.
sure.
I found that crazy. I was like, God damn. And then Ready Player One is just the whole movie.
Yeah.
Just pretty much a giant homage to it.
Yeah,
So
really good.
it didn't fall anywhere on my list. I did think about it. I was like, I'm not.
Well, to
100%
be
sure.
fair, I mean Spielberg. Spielberg's probably gonna do Hitchcock. Spielberg's probably gonna do, Kubrick. He's gonna do some of the greatest directors because he's a great director. But he should have,
Yeah,
and he did some of his own
that's who he
movies, by
grew
the way.
Who?
Spielberg.
Spielberg?
Spiles, as we call
No,
him.
he's my favorite director. So. All right, let's get into it. We already brought up The Conjuring
Yeah.
1 and 2. I left out the third one, but I do like the third one. I just don't think it's as good. My wife actually thought that the third one might be her favorite.
Okay.
The third one's about, I think it's more about witches though, hex bags and shit like that.
Okay.
But I can't quite remember. But number 2 brought in The Nun, a spin-off, dog
Right.
shit. Number 1 brought Annabelle, the spin-off, dog shit.
Right.
Don't watch the spin-offs of The Contrary. Vera Farmiga, Patrick Wilson, perfect together.
Very good.
The first one I love because I can't remember her name who plays the mom, but she's genuinely creepy. Like, I've rude to say it, she's kind of creepy looking in that movie from start to end.
Well, I mean, come on, man. Jeez.
But she gets possessed at the end of the movie and she nails it. She absolutely killed that role. She's genuinely creepy. Feels real-ish. Like, I know that to me that shit ain't real. I don't think demons are real. Only ghosts are real. I don't believe it. All these movies though have that slow build kind of thing, but something actually happens every now and then, unlike The Witch or Hereditary, and definitely It Comes at Night.
I'm gonna have to watch Hereditary now. I have to watch it.
Definitely want. I am curious to know what you think. You'll let us know.
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
have to see it.
episode.
I usually don't mind slow ones as long as the payoff's worth it. So we'll have to see.
I don't mind slow ones. None of these movies have good payoffs to me. The Witch didn't. It Comes at Night had zero payoff, had zero story.
Oh,
had
that one
zero-
made me mad.
Zero.
I was mad when I left that theater. I went, "You stole from me."
Exactly. That's how I felt on all 3 of those. But not The Conjuring. I felt like I wanted to give them more.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
No, I like the Conjurings a lot, and my choice of horror movies is tough. The Warren sisters. I mean, essentially, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not a big supernatural guy. The Warren family, the couple, whatever they are, they go around the country, and essentially, they're like, what's the guy Ed, who could cross over and talk to the dead? That guy, they're con artists. They're con artists. But I don't know everything. Maybe they found something. But I do know that it was funny. Good friend of mine loves The Conjuring. The next movie that's coming out is about werewolves. And she went, "This is fucking stupid now." And I go, "Why?" And she's like, "What are they hunting?" I go, "It's like the spirits of like Native Americans that were skinwalkers or shapeshifters. They go on killing people." She's like, "So fucking werewolves." And I go, "I guess." And she's like, "I can't get into that. Werewolves don't exist." And I go, "Oh, those don't?"
Like I said, I don't believe in ghosts or anything. I don't believe what they did was real. I don't. But as a guy who just fucking can sit down and watch a movie and enjoy it, those are good to me. The
They're not
story is
bad.
good to me. There's parts where they are telling people in their attic, yeah, you see, old drain pipes cause that noise, and it's probably doing this to cause your floors to creak. And the wind just comes in through your boards here, just hits that, and just that's what makes it happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm glad they showed that part because not everything's a goddamn ghost. So that was
Yeah.
another reason I like these movies a little more because they're like, hey, we know 90% of the people that come to us aren't fucking real. Like, they don't have ghosts, they have rats, they have bees building a hive and it just fell down in the ceiling and now they're just buzzing around because they're homeless.
Yeah, that happened because of the Bagul.
Well, fucking demon probably pushed you down, man.
Yeah. Goddamn it, Sam. Stop playing in the fucking tree branches. I didn't warn you again.
So yeah, the Conjuring series to me, all 3 of them are maybe some of the best Halloween movies I can watch, like series wise.
Okay.
But 1 and 2 are great. I think 2's creepier to me.
Yeah. They're all good.
But number 1, I think the payoff's a little better. So
Yeah.
if I had to rank them, I still might go 2 to be honest over 1, but I'm not. That's hard shit right there for me.
I want to get into this one. Our times, we still got time, but we're getting into it. I wanted to talk about It, which I recently watched with two people that had never seen it, and one of them had never even heard about the story before. And it was the best payoff ever to have someone
So,
go,
are we considering it?
I'm considering it. It's
Okay, well then, yeah,
I don't
this
know
is
what
gonna
it
be one
is.
of my best.
I don't know if it's a demon. I don't know what that thing is, to be
I thought
honest.
it was an alien, to be honest.
Maybe. I'm not sure. You know, it
Alright.
falls from the sky. Is that the thing, right? And the Native Americans try to send it back or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't
so
know.
I was like, I don't think this is a demon, but I'll allow it.
I'm not
'Cause I
sure.
fucking love this movie. This is the best movie that we've talked about today.
I mean, I'm a big fan of it, and I did want to bring it up because I loved. It's fun to watch stuff. Like sometimes you'll see reveal videos online when someone's watching Star Wars when they're 22, and they're like,
love
"Whoa,
it.
Vader is his dad?
Well, they're
Wait, then
stupid.
who's his sister?" You know, and they start doing that stuff. That was fun, and I got to do that with it, and it was so funny to see. When they realized that Pennywise was very scary, and not like a funny clown, and when he bit the kid's arm off, they're like, "What is this? The clown is the mean clown?" I'm like, "How do you not know what it is about?"
Yeah, it is. I think it was on my top 5 of the last 5 years. It was. I
very
don't
good.
think it was. So clearly, I love the movie. If we're counting it, it's my best. I don't need a slash, but I was not when we came in, so I have slashes.
By the way, I judged the second one too harshly. I remember I was like, the first one wasn't super jokey, and the second one was. The first one was. The
Yeah.
first one was very jokey. I didn't remember it that way because it was like a year later, and I didn't watch this in theaters. I rewatched it now. I was like, oh, dude, there's a joke every 2.5 minutes in this. That one kid hates silence, and he's always doing like, you're lucky we're not measuring dicks like every so often. So I was like, oh, I judged that harshly. I shouldn't have done that.
I need to stop burping. Yeah, the first one is super jokey. I think
Yeah.
the second one fell short for me too. I like it, but I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
the first one's way and above to me. So I wasn't mad at your criticism towards it.
No. And then Pennywise is still awesome. And she went to go do laundry, and I followed her, and I said, do you want me to help you with your undergarments? She said, get the fuck out of here.
Stick
What
to
are you doing?
Beetlejuice, you asshole.
Yeah. Do your fun impressions.
And speaking of Beetlejuice, it was a slash for me.
Yeah, no, I love Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is clearly I'm Cruella / Beetlejuice.
Speaking of Cruella, also for telling me that a woman who wants to kill dogs is the goddamn devil.
Sweeney Todd, demon of.
I thought about that. I was like, it says demon in it. Can I add it? I
No,
didn't.
Beetlejuice I had on here too. I don't know if he's a demon either. It's another one of those close ones. He says
But
the
there
ghost
is
is the closest.
what's it? Fucking Jesus, god damn it. You know, a demon taking over bodies. That
Yeah.
type of shit.
Exorcism,
Thank
possessions.
you. Fuck. I couldn't think of exorcism or possession.
Misedeo, daylight come and me won't go. Yeah, no. It's, no, I love Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is great. I have a lot of fun with that every year. I definitely watch it. I'm going to this as a big costume party next week, which is going to be awesome. And love Beetlejuice.
I can't wait to see you dress up as a saw for next week's episode.
I'm just going to be a handsaw. I'm going to go down and buy a Duralast. I'm going to put it on my back.
That'd be great. I'm going to come in as a cancer patient.
Out of the two of us, that's what you want to do. Surprising. A little surprising. I think you come in with a
Yeah,
pig
that's
mask or something.
Yeah, then I gotta buy a mask.
Yeah.
All I gotta do is like put some headphones up my nose and to be a cancer patient.
I wanted to throw this one out there. I recently saw a couple fun things on here. Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci and the Headless Horseman. It's funny. 3 of the actors in it, Ray Parks and Count Dooku and the Emperor, are all in this movie. So you have Darth Maul, the Emperor, and Count Dooku. They all play village people in this. except for Ray Parks, who plays the Headless Horseman. But I was like, that's kind of a cool little weird fun fact that you wouldn't really like think about. But maybe they work so well together, they just stuck around.
Yeah, Sleepy Hollow is a good one. I like that one. Sorry, my studio dog came up to me.
Studio Dog.
Studio dog, yeah. We keep him in the studio.
There's
He's a guard dog.
there's a movie called I think Night of Demons, and it's got the similar premise where all the people are hiding in like either a holy place or a place surrounded by salt, maybe something like that, and the demon can't get them, so he has to kind of coax them out of their little safe area. And one is like offering them goodies, like, oh, look at these beautiful women, I have this, drugs and food or whatever, and they get one guy out. And I was like, ooh, in Sleepy Hollow, how are they going to do this? What's his way of getting people out? He can't talk. He doesn't have a head. Well, he doesn't need to talk. No, he's making a harpoon out of a fence. He's dragging your ass out through the window.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Sleepy Hollow?
Not Sleepy Hollow. The other one you're talking about.
Oh, no, I'm talking about Sleepy Hollow is when he harpoons the guy through the glass.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
He
I thought
pulls
you
him
said
out.
something else.
No, Night of
My
Demons
bad.
is like a weird, I don't know if
That's
it's a
the one.
sci-fi movie or something, but it's like something everyone's seen for some reason. It's a weird, if you start watching, like, oh shit, I remember this bad movie.
Yeah, I might have. To be honest, I don't remember bad movies except Sharknado. Another one I'm gonna bring up is Insidious. I don't love
Okay,
it.
so which one's Insidious?
Use the one that's not as good as The Conjuring, but it's
That's
also
the
got
one.
Patrick Wilson.
Oh, with the devil, literal looking devil guy.
Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah.
like a scary version of Inception. They like get into their
Yeah, they can like
all things,
dream walk.
get into your head. Yeah. So they're not bad movies to me. I think there's 3 or 4 of them.
God damn, there's so many.
None of them are bad. You have to compare it because I think it's the same guy who does Conjuring. To me, they're
Well,
not as good.
Well, that's just what I told you, man. When I had overrated, you know what my overrated was? I just put sequels
Look at
because
that. Speaking of Halloween, oh,
what's
yeah.
that? What you got
It's
there?
a trick or treat bag full of Fireball
Well, perfect.
because I drink on this podcast.
Attaboy.
I'm gonna take my shot
Well, perfect.
so the demons don't get me.
Salud, huh? I like that
Plus,
you're
we have
drinking.
family over, and I need to be a little tipsy to have a good time.
To deal with them. I don't blame you at all.
And then one more I wanted to bring up. First of all, I love Supernatural. I
Yeah.
haven't finished it all because it got too religious for me where they started fighting demons and angels. I started rewatching it. I'm super into it again. I've got
Nice.
further than I did last time. So I thought about putting that as my best because I love Sam and Dean. I love
Yeah.
those characters. Damn it, sir. Fuck
Oh,
me.
damn, sir.
And
Yeah,
he's
really
now in
good.
The Boys, and I love The Boys.
Yeah.
But Autopsy of Jane Doe is a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a demon or if that's more of a witch, but
I couldn't-
regardless.
that's why it's not anywhere on my list, but I just wanted to bring it up because I wasn't sure. It's a
No,
pretty good
I
movie.
like this recommendation. It's a
Yeah.
good movie.
So I would definitely check that one out. I think it's on Netflix. I'm not 100% sure. It was somewhere
I think
free.
so. Yeah.
So yeah, Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yeah, check it out, man.
So yeah, and then A Haunting of Hill House. That was a good one too.
Very good one. I like that one a lot. One of the better shows that Netflix has done. Especially horror TV shows are hit or miss. American Horror Story is pretty good, but later on in the seasons, like want to get political and kind of change what they're doing. You're like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, when you start combining horror and politics, to me, I'm not with it. It's a no.
Plus, it's kind of an oxymoron. Politics are usually horrifying as it is.
That's true. So
You guys want to talk about politics? I'll get my coat.
I'll just see myself out.
I'll get my coat, then get the gas can and lock the door. We'll all burn.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to bring up. Definitely check out Autopsy of Jane Doe.
I like it a lot. That's a good one. I haven't seen that one in a while, but yeah, I think it's on Netflix. It's high. It's one of the more underrated movies. I always see it on lists for Halloween.
Yeah, me too. This was one that popped up too, but I was like, I don't know if that really counts. because it's not an Exorcist movie. I didn't know what the fuck it was, but I was like, it's a good movie, so I'm gonna recommend it.
Yeah.
If it falls under any category that we talked about this year on our October Spook Fest,
Yeah.
this
Spooktacular.
is going to be the episode. That or next week. Saw.
Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, thank you so much for tuning in to our Demon episode. We appreciate you so much. And tune in next week to our Saw episode, where Brandon will be asking everyone there a question.
Want to play a game?
Yeah. See ya.